Those who have seen Mike Tyson have known his sudden outbursts inside and outside the boxing ring. It doesn't seem vaguely out of character, as he has shown such antics before. One of the most speculated bouts of the season will be a treat for those boxing fans who will get to see two legends go head-to-head. I bet curiosity has set in. And you want to know more about how Tyson has picked on his opponent this time around? Check out this video right to the end and determine what led to this altercation. If you are a first-timer, you could subscribe and get notifications for more celebrity gossip as we bring you more news on everything in the tinsel world. For now, let's find out why Tyson threatened Logan. Our viewers know that Tyson had returned to the ring late last year to beat Roy Jones Jr. and pocket a cool $80 million. It may be news to some, but Tyson has admitted that cannabis has helped his career. In a recent interview, he mocked at the prospect of fighting Logan Paul. However, he added that there might be a possibility of a fight when questioned by the media about the YouTube star. This uncertainty stemmed from the fact that Paul was 29 years his junior, yet Tyson still has it in him. He has shown so in the last exhibition match he took part in. The old guard still had the power to take down Paul and others. The 55-year-old had credited his form to smoking cannabis. Moreover, making his return to the ring for the money-making fight, Tyson has left us to speculate about. On the other hand, Paul, a YouTube sensation, has gathered enough steam as he propelled himself into the sport. Though critics are divided about Paul, who has gotten several viewers on board because of his affable personality, he has also set the cash registers ringing. This hasn't fit into the scheme of things for the purists. The latter happens to be enraged at the fact that Paul is kind of everywhere instead of sticking to boxing. But those who love a good match were in for a treat when Paul took on Floyd Mayweather earlier this year, which earned him a good $50 million, a pay-per-view basis wherein 1 million subscribers were out there cheering for their hero. Tyson was vocal that this move of taking up the fight would enable him to give birth to several of the charities he supports. Even the fight with Roy Jr., which earned a great package of $80 million, had him give away $10 million to charity. Boxing lovers need not be disappointed because Tyson knows that it would be a fantastic opportunity to get onto the ring and fight with Paul, as it would boost a massive amount for the charities. Both ways, it would be a beneficial match if ever played. During a media interaction, he also confessed his love of smoking cannabis. He mentioned if he had used it earlier in his career, especially during his peak, it would have helped him stay on in professional boxing for longer. He also confessed to using psychedelic drugs and putting him in a different state of mind. As viewers, you will remember his aggressive and violent maneuvers in the ring outside of it as well. However, now that he felt more relaxed while fighting, he felt he was a better fighter than before when stating his case. You will feel that Tyson may just about take it up, as it will be a $40 million mega bout that was verbally agreed between the fighters. The two have met in St. Bart's, and they had cordially met and not discussed anything about the exhibition match that is being anticipated by fans all over the world with bated breath. But as always, Tyson has played spoilsport and declared that the event may not be held yet, fueling further speculation by letting his fans know by making it a possibility. Hanging in midair his decision, and said that it was a possibility, and it wasn't going to materialize anytime soon. You all would be happy to note that both Paul and Tyson happen to share a good relationship, and there doesn't seem to be any feud, which makes it a possibility that they may not pick up the most anticipated fight of the season. But we need not get fooled by this gesture, as money can get anybody talking. The orchestration of holding such a mega event can fuel any person to get into the ring. Paul has been around showcasing his potential and getting to win all of his bouts, 5 times so far, making quite a name for himself. The boxing world is sitting up and noticing this young pugilist make waves in a sport once dominated by the likes of Tyson. Jake Paul held his head high with a great run and 5 wins under his belt. He sure is confident if he ever faces the mighty Tyson in the arena. His recent victory came at the expense of Tyron Woodley. Fans of the sport are much excited about the turn of events and hoping for a bout with Tyson, which could pave a new era in boxing. Paul has clarified he wouldn't want to take on Tommy Fury again, so a fresh name on the roster could come up in the coming days. A new hope surges among the fans that the new name would be the problem child, as Tyson is known in the boxing circuit. There are other names in the fray for the bout, but lesser known than Tyson. They have yet to prove their mettle, as the Lord of the Ring has, over the years, done so. His penchant for extremely grueling fights might not evoke much interest in the new generation, but seeing the old and new in the same ring is bound to create a buzz that could garner enough eyeballs for this mega event. Viewers would like to note that UFC fighter Nate Diaz can figure in the list of the things and probably come close to fighting Paul before he may take on the Big T. However, most fans know that Diaz would be playing his last match under the UFC contract, and this would be a great opportunity for him before his contract expires with the club. We know that Tyson has had an unbeaten stint since his comeback, and he might make a clean sweep with the new kid on the block. However, when Paul talked to Mike on a radio talk show, he challenged Tyson for a bout while Tyson didn't seem interested. The possible fight may be slated on in February 2022 as per social media sources, none of which have confirmed that Tyson would actually take on the offer. Paul has been taking a break till this summer as he is busy promoting a stablemate, Amanda Serrans' bout with Katie Taylor. According to sources, both fighters had agreed to hold the exhibition match in Las Vegas, though a verbal deal had been discussed. There is yet to be confirmed on the same as a lot goes behind the scene, which we think needs to be put in perspective, such as contracts and money being split. Most people believe that the hesitation also stems from Mike's wanting a specific figure to see the match through to acquire a profit share guarantee. Jake may have his reason to take on Tyson, as he would be fighting one of the legends in the game and the most feared boxer of recent times. It would boost his ratings if they were ever going to be in the same ring because Tyson has been the bad boy of boxing for a long time now, and he has tried hard to shake off that image in the recent exhibition matches. He still is the poster boy for his outbursts that make headlines each time. You will also see it's interesting that the much-anticipated fight with Tyson has caught on like wildfire, with so many fans wishing it would happen soon. Finally, they get to partake in the pleasure of viewing a delightful match of young and old blood in the same arena. If you want to see Jake Paul and Mike Tyson face off, let us know why it should happen in the comments section below. However, Tyson may have backtracked by now and threatened Paul with taking him down easily if there was to be a fight. So as fans, we can just wait and watch if the two biggies actually go on to fight and make dreams come true for all those Blue Eyes fans who have already placed bets at the odds of a Paul win or Tyson taking home the prize money. Moreover, it will defiantly bring in the old-school boxing lovers and new-gen followers to come and celebrate one of the greatest showdowns in boxing history.